Welcome to the AI and corpus-aided self-directed interactive English pronunciation training course. You are now watching Session 3, Accented English. In this session, we will introduce accented English, the English as a lingua franca approach, and intercultural communication. Then, we will share with you some common English accents and their pronunciation features. We will also cover some possible challenges for understanding accented English and demonstrate how to use corpus and AI tools to design some listening tasks. Because of globalization, the number of second language English speakers has already outweighed the number of native English speakers. Therefore, many varieties of spoken English emerged. According to Chan in 2016, current pedagogical approach employed in the field of teaching English to speakers of other languages continues to follow the first language linguistics norms, which is not achievable and not necessary. The English as a lingua franca, or ELF approach, as proposed by Jenkins in 2002, should be a more ideal approach to employ. The ELF approach concerns that pronunciation teaching should allow learners to retain their local features and focus on segmental features that influence intelligibility, such as the replacement between long and short vowels. Pedagogically, teachers should consider embedding authentic listening and speaking tasks with local English-speaking accents, such as including speakers with local accents as examples in the listening materials. In fact, ELF and intercultural communication, or IC, are two intertwined concepts. According to Jenkins in 2009, ELF emphasizes linguistic sharedness and refers to situations where participants interact with one another in a common language of choice other than their native languages, whereas Ju in 2015 expressed that IC focuses on cultural differences and is concerned with potential problems which arise in intercultural encounters. Both ELF and IC emphasize the importance of negotiation, a process whereby participants adjust their cultural ways of speaking, apply and refine their cultural schemata, and orient to, assign or reject social, cultural, or situational categorizations to achieve goals of interaction. Therefore, for successful communication in a globalized world, we need to equip ourselves with knowledge of different English varieties and make relevant adjustments when interacting with others who may not share the same cultural background with us. In general, English accents are classified as three circles, namely inner circle, outer circle, and expanding circle. The inner circle consists of mostly native accents, such as the British, American, and Australian accents. Speakers from the outer circles are usually referred to learners of English as a second language, such as Hong Kong, Singapore, and the Philippines. Finally, speakers who learned English as a foreign language are usually categorized as from the expanding circle, such as China, Pakistan, and Indonesia. In the following slides, common pronunciation features of different English accents will be introduced. Non-rhoticity and the pronunciation of long vowel R are two common features found in the standard RP accent in the UK. For the non-rhoticity, the R sound following a vowel in the final position is typically silent. For example, this word is pronounced as
work
instead of work. Regarding the long vowel R, compared to general American accent, R instead of R is used in some words. For example, this word is pronounced as
can't
but not
can.
For the US accent, also known as general American accent, speakers tend to replace the or by R, resulting the same vowel pronunciation for words like father and bother.
Bother.
They also perform T flapping. When the T sound or D sound occurs between vowels, such as in better and ladder, they tend to be replaced by a flap sound. For example, this word is pronounced as
better
instead of better. There are two typical features for Australian accent, namely the replacement of A by R and the use of high rising intonation. In words like data, the stressed vowel is pronounced as R instead of A, so that it will become
data.
For declarative sentences, high rising intonation is usually adopted, as in this example.
Well, me mate's mum's had this shop for like 40 odd years.
After introducing the accents from inner circle, let's move to those from the outer circle. Speakers with Hong Kong Cantonese accent tend to replace TH sounds with different similar sounds. Voiceless TH sound as in things is replaced by a F sound, whereas voiced TH sound as in these is replaced by a D sound. Therefore, they will pronounce these things as
these things.
They also have some confusions between long and short vowel pairs, thus pronouncing sheep as
Shit.
For the Singaporean accent, features can be found mostly related to consonants. For instance, speakers tend to simplify consonant clusters at the final position of a word, so blessed will become bless. They also replace TH sounds with different similar sounds. Voiceless TH sound as in things is replaced by a T sound, whereas voiced TH sound as in these is replaced by a D sound. Therefore, these things will become
These things.
Filipino speakers tend to replace voiceless consonants by voiced counterpart, especially at the beginning of a word. So, concern will become
Concern.
and shorten long vowels and diphthongs, making scoop to be.
Scoop.
Finally, we will discuss some accents from the expanding circle. The first one is Mandarin accent. In terms of the TH sounds, speakers with Mandarin accent tend to replace voiceless TH sound by S sound, whereas voiced TH sound as in these is replaced by a dis sound, as in
These things.
They may also simplify diphthongs to result a monophthong, as in
Down.
Urdu speakers from Pakistan usually pronounce aspirated consonants as non-aspirated, especially at the beginning of a word. Therefore, toy will become
Try.
They may also merge similar vowel pairs like e and a, as in.
Again.
Finally, speakers with Indonesian accent tend to pronounce R sound as a trill sound, so train will become.
Train.
They may also simplify diphthongs as monophthongs, as in.
Go.
Given the extensive variations on the articulation of segmental features, including voicing and aspiration of consonants, vowel length, and diphthongs, as well as of suprasegmental features, including placement of primary stress and intonation, it is crucial for learners to raise their awareness and expect these variations when communicating with speakers from different cultural backgrounds. Otherwise, miscommunication or communication breakdown may occur. Before we move on to introducing how corpus and AI tools can be employed for this topic, we have prepared some questions for discussion. 3 dimensions, namely intelligibility, status, and social attractiveness, are provided to guide your thoughts. In the following slides, we are going to share with you some possible ways to employ corpus and AI tools to introduce accented English. The tools we will use are our pronunciation corpus, the text-to-speech AI tool, MRF, and the generative AI tool, Copilot. Our pronunciation offers authentic recording from Cantonese, Mandarin, and non-Chinese speakers. All recordings are downloadable. Therefore, you can refer to speakers who share the same language background with you or your students to demonstrate some possible English pronunciation features. There are also samples from the UK and the US speakers for your reference. MRF is used for generating human-like recording of speakers with different language backgrounds. First, you can go to MRF and select a voice from a language other than English, such as Hindi. Then, you can type in the text to be spoken by the selected voice and generate the speech sample. For a better comparison, we suggest using the same speech contents from our corpus, as shown in our example here. Finally, Copilot is used to provide obvious pronunciation features of speakers with different language backgrounds. Here is the possible prompt that we can give. What are the common pronunciation features of an accent? In this example, we asked, what are the common pronunciation features of Australian English accent? Copilot provided distinctive features in terms of vowel, consonant, intonation, and stress pattern. However, we should bear in mind that these answers are for reference only. We still need to check against reliable resources, such as textbooks, research articles, and find authentic recordings to support, such as those on YouTube. Finally, we will share with you a possible teaching activity for introducing accented English in classroom. The objectives of this activity is to enhance students' listening skills and introduce the idea of accented English and English as a lingua franca. The audio clips we will use are retrieved from Corpus and generated by Merv, whereas we will use Copilot to develop worksheets on the pronunciation features. Students are asked to express their views of accented English after listening to the clips and complete dictation questions to enhance their listening skills. In the first task, teacher will play 2 audio clips from speakers with different native languages to the students. After listening, they can express their views about the clips. For example, we prepared 2 clips from a Cantonese and a Dutch speaker respectively.
Raising his fist in the air, he ran down to the village shouting, "Wolf! Wolf!"
Raising his fist in the air, he ran down to the village shouting, "Wolf! Wolf!"
In the second task, teacher will play another sets of audio clips from 2 different speakers. Students will need to dictate the sentences spoken by the speakers with their partners. They may note down the challenging words and share with the class after finishing the dictation. We have highlighted some possible challenging words for the audio from a British speaker. Most of the words with CV linking may pose challenges, as students may not expect such linkage in their own natural speech.
This gave the boy so much pleasure that a few days later he tried exactly the same trick again.
Here are the transcripts of the speech from an Indonesian speaker. Word in yellow includes a replacement of consonants, whereas those in blue are with replacements of vowels. Such replacements may be unfamiliar to students, thus challenging to understand.
Racing down to the village, the boy of course cried out even louder than before.
Here is the table of possible pronunciation features of English speakers with different language backgrounds. We can use Copilot to give us ideas and validate its responses by checking reliable references. That's all for session 3. Thank you for watching.